Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I am feeling fantastic this morning. I'm up ready to work out, 3 a.m. Those of you that watched the Super Bowl and went to Super Bowl parties, how are you all feeling right now? You're probably sleeping in this morning. This is why I love being clean and sober. Oh, I wanted to mention this too. Back in December, I went to see my doctor. I did a video where I told you guys about my doctor asking me. He weighs me. I went for a routine physical, and I gained 14 pounds over the Thanksgiving, Christmas time. I'm back down to, I've lost the 14 pounds. This morning I was 204 pounds. And I plan on losing another. Ideally, I'm 6'3". I like to be right around 190 to 195, ideally, so that you can see the muscle definition. Anyway, all right. So this morning, I wanted to see who won the Super Bowl. I guess last night I didn't watch it. I really don't care. I was a fan of the New York Giants back when I used to watch. When I used to go to Super Bowl parties and I used to party and drink and all that stuff. I remember going to a few Super Bowl. I remember going to a Polish Super Bowl party. One of my friends, my Polish friends, are Russian/Polish, Russian Orthodox, something like that. Friends brought me to the Giant Super Bowl party back in this like 1988, maybe. I think it was like around 88. And it was at a Polish American club. And this is one of the weirdest Super Bowl parties. I was so hurt, and the next day I did so many shots of vodka, and the food was fantastic. What are those little potato things? It was a Super Bowl party to remember. I remember it was all older. I was probably in I was in my late 20s, and it was all older, being my age now. They were in their 50s. That's what I called older then. And they didn't speak English. They barely spoke English. They kept challenging me to pool games, shooting pool. For shots of vodka, and by the end of the night, man, I didn't know which way was up, and I had to go into work at the architect's office doing drafting the next morning. So that was I still remember the nightmare the next morning was. I had to go put a tie on, and I used to wear a tie and carry a briefcase, my T-square and all that stuff. All right, anyway. So this morning I wanted to see who won, and I realized I'm rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. In my heart, as I was paging through to see who won, like an hour or two ago, I'm like, I hope the Kansas. That's when I realized who I was rooting for. Why was I rooting for them? Because of the liberal power couple, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It could not hurt Joe Biden's chances for re-election to have Travis Kelce win the Super Bowl. The liberal power couple. Right, and I want to share. This is something that amazed me. I've seldom seen Trump kiss butt and be afraid of somebody, or be obviously, of course he's afraid of people, but be obviously afraid of somebody. And I want to read this is on Truth Social. I have the link to this down below. I want to read this to you, and I want to give you guys my interpretation of this. This is in Donald Trump's own words on Truth Social. This is a post, a truth, whatever they call it, when he posts something on Truth Social. It's a tweet on Twitter, on Truth Social. Is it a truth? I don't know, and I really don't care. So anyway, I was pretty psyched when I found out the Kansas City Chiefs won 25-23 in overtime. Sounds like it was a good game at the end. It's interesting. Travis Kelce yelling at the coach on the sideline, this old dude. That's surprising. I'll put the link to that down below. Okay, let me read this. Donald Trump kissing liberal power couple butt. Let me share this with you guys. I'm going to interpret this. Like I said, this is Donald Trump. The link will be down below. I'll use it on my thumbnail. Donald Trump's own words, and I'm going to interpret this for you. And this is why I wanted the Kansas City Chiefs to win. Now, this is interesting. Back on January 30th, Donald Trump was grousing that Taylor Swift, that he's more popular than Taylor Swift. He was tweeting about that. That he thinks he's more, because he's got to be the most popular, most loved man in the world. And he is grousing that that he's more popular than Taylor Swift. Let's stop right there for a second. I saw a good comment on Reddit It said it was from a Trump supporter, and it said Donald Trump fills stadiums full of tens of thousands of people, no problem, with all his fans. Did Joe Biden ever fill a stadium full of his fans? And the answer to that just knocked me off my feet. I love the answer to it. It said, basically it said that, look, people that vote for Joe Biden are not his fans. They just want somebody in the White House that will do the job for them. You know, they're not little toady fans, as this guy put it. So no, he says, you know, no, Joe Biden never did fill up a stadium. He says, we turn out at the ballot box, like when Joe Biden beat Donald Trump back in 2020. That's when his Joe Biden's fans show up. I love that. Okay, this is on Truth Social just a day or two ago. This is Donald Trump kissing liberal power couple backside. Kissing liberal power couple butt. Okay. I signed and was responsible for the Music Modernization Act for Taylor Swift and all other musical artists. He did sign this, and he had the option to veto it. And this is mostly, I'll put the link down below, this mostly had to do with artists before 1972 and what they call mechanicals. It had very little to do with Taylor Swift. And of course, you know, Donald Trump, everything he says is either exaggerated or just a flat out lie. And it's the same with this. The Eras Tour is what, you know, obviously what helped make Taylor Swift some money. You know, she's still touring in Japan and all that, and her album, her movie, the Eras Tour, you know, that's what made her a millionaire. Not, you know, so Donald Trump wants to take, he's trying to take credit for her, you know, and of course everything's like a quid, what's it called, quid pro quo. You know, I'll do this for you, you do this for me. You know, so he thinks that she should, you know, well, you'll see. Joe Biden didn't do anything for Taylor and never will. Okay. So there's no way she could endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country, and disloyal to the man who made her so much money. So 2 weeks ago, he was all upset about Taylor. So he was saying he was more, and he said he was going to have a holy war. I'll put the link down to, him and his people said they're going to have a holy war against Taylor Swift about 3 weeks ago. And Trump was grousing that he was more popular than Taylor Swift. And now, obviously, they decided that wasn't the way to go because they wouldn't win that. So now he's trying to use his twisted logic. You know, that he thinks he made, you know, he's trying to find something where she owes him. So, you know, he wants her, what he's doing is he's kissing butt. It's obvious he's kissing Taylor's butt. He wants her on his side because he knows, you know, he can't win a holy war against her, especially now that Travis Kelce won the Super Bowl. I love this. I freaking love this. Oh, and everything is like this with Donald Trump. This is why he doesn't have any true people behind him. You know, back when he was a president, you know, one week he'd have the best people. I'm going to have the best, smartest people working for me. And then, you know, everybody that worked for him was gone. Like, and then the next thing you know, he's trashing all these people. Oh, this is the best guy. He's the smartest. And then a year later, this guy's insane. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just trying to, you know. So he never had anybody loyal behind him. And this is why, because it's all about money for him. Back in 2017, I'll put the link to this down below. When he did the tax cuts, he went back to Mar-a-Lago. And he actually told everybody in Mar-a-Lago, all his donors, I just made you all a lot richer, the tax cuts. And we all, you know, it's obvious how that turned out. Everybody thought that was a, you know, tax break for the little guy. It wasn't. It was, and he said it himself. He said, this is a tax break. They'll make you all a lot richer to all his rich donors. So that everything's just a money trade for him. You know, if I make you money, you vote, you know, you got my back. And that's why he doesn't have any loyal people working for him, and all he's got is these little toadies and his fans and his cult. Okay. And be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. Besides that, listen to this. This is my favorite part. Besides that, I like her boyfriend. He likes Travis Kelce. That's interesting. I like Travis, even though he may be a liberal and probably can't stand me. That's his exact words. Wow. Trump is kissing a liberal's butt. I have never seen that. Trump is afraid of this liberal power couple, man. This is my interpretation of this, but you tell me how, if you don't agree with me, what do you think this means? Because just 3 weeks ago, he was ready to have a holy war against, he's more popular than Taylor Swift, and he knew he couldn't win that. So now he's kissing butt. And he knows he can't trash the liberal, because come on, let's admit it. Trump and all his followers hate liberals like me. Hate with a passion. And the only reason he would say this is if there's something in it for him. So he is kissing. He is literally kissing Travis Kelce's sweaty Super Bowl backside. Liberal, tree-hugging, electric car driving backside in this tweet. I freaking love it. I have never seen Donald Trump bow down to the liberal power couple. Let me just read that one more time. I like it so much. Besides that, I like her boyfriend, Travis, even though he may be a liberal and what did he say? And probably can't stand me. When Donald Trump knows that people can't stand him, he hates them back. Unless they're supporting him and they're his fan club, he hates them right back. I have never, ever heard him say that, this guy can't stand me, but I like him. And the fact that this guy's a liberal and he's saying that he likes a liberal that hates him, oh my God, Trump is kissing, making out with Travis Kelce's liberal, sweaty backside. I got 2 more videos that I made yesterday that I haven't downloaded yet. I got a ton of videos for you guys. I'll be back. Have a good Monday.